following that late breaking news out of Birmingham this morning. Birmingham police telling us that a young woman was shot and killed in front of her home. It happened on Greencrest Turn in Crestwood. Birmingham police identifying the young victim as 21-year-old Mia Nixon.
Every act of violence leaves a mark, a footprint that scars a place forever. Sometimes, that mark appears in the most unexpected setting, like the quiet edge of a suburban home, altering its very essence. Consider the ordinary fabric of daily life, a familiar street, the rhythm of passing hours. How quickly can such normalcy be irrevocably altered by a hidden, brutal act? How does a single event change the very ground we walk upon? In the pre-dawn calm of January 10, 2024, in Birmingham, Alabama, 21-year-old Mia Nixon's life ended violently in her own driveway. Her presence vanished in an instant, a young woman extinguished. Mia was a young woman, building a career in cosmetology, known for her warmth. The immediate question was inescapable: who would want Mia gone, and why? What authorities soon uncovered pointed not to a lone incident but to a calculated action, part of a chilling pattern of violence that would connect her fate to 13 other lives. One individual, allegedly, left a wide trail of destruction. Join us as we trace the footsteps of this disturbing story and understand its far-reaching consequences. For more insights into the enduring marks of crime, ensure you are subscribed to True Crime Footprint. Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most chilling true crime tales. If you crave real-life crime stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat, you are in the right place. Kindly subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. When a life ends in violence, we often first hear about the act, not the person lost. Yet, understanding the individual is crucial. 21-year-old Mia Nixon lived in Birmingham, Alabama, a young woman actively building her future. Her energy flowed into cosmetology, a field where she was making her mark. Those who knew her spoke of a capable and cherished individual, someone honing a craft, shaping her path with dedication. Mia was a vibrant part of her family, a source of deep sorrow for them now, and a member of a community feeling her sudden absence. Her dedication to creativity and care in the hair and nail field spoke of dreams and years of growth ahead, but that path was abruptly, brutally ended. This sudden conclusion starkly contrasted with her promise. It forces us to ponder: what unknown force sought to extinguish Mia Nixon's potential, and who truly wanted her gone? The silence of a pre-dawn hour can hold many secrets. For the residents of Greencrest Turn, that quiet broke not by sound, but by emergency vehicles responding to a dire report just before 1:45 a.m. What officers found upon reaching the address painted a grim picture. In the driveway, Mia Nixon lay still. She had suffered a fatal gunshot injury. Despite rapid response from Birmingham Fire and Rescue Team, all efforts were helpless. Life had already left her. The initial investigation moments are crucial, setting the course. Clues at the scene hinted this was no random act. Evidence suggested Mia was targeted near her home. The assailant, however, had melted away, leaving no visible trace, just the profound emptiness of their departure. The Birmingham Police Department's homicide unit quickly took control. Their immediate challenge involved gathering every possible piece of information. Recognizing time was critical, they called upon anyone in the surrounding area, anyone with even the slightest observation, to assist. In those first vital hours, the one who took Mia's life remained a shadow figure. This absence left a single, overwhelming question: who was this hidden individual, and for what reason had they come to Mia's doorstep? Every initial crime scene begins with questions, with shadows. Dedicated investigation seeks to push past the unknown, to identify the individual responsible. In Mia Nixon's case, after days of meticulous work, a name began to emerge, evidence collected, leads followed. These efforts progressively pointed detectives towards a specific person. They identified Damian McDaniel, 22 years old, from Fairfield, Alabama. Authorities gathered enough information to secure an arrest warrant, officially naming him in connection with Mia's death. This marked a critical turning point. The abstract unknown attacker now had a name, but as law enforcement moved on McDaniel, they began to uncover details far more extensive than a single homicide. His alleged involvement in Mia Nixon's case, they quickly learned, was not an isolated act. Instead, it was an early thread in a much larger, darker pattern. The identification of Damian McDaniel provided a focal point for the investigation. Was this just the beginning of understanding his impact? The naming of a suspect in Mia Nixon's murder was only the surface. As law enforcement continued building their case against Damian McDaniel, the true scope of his alleged activities came into horrifying focus. What they uncovered didn't just expand the investigation. It fundamentally changed everything. McDaniel's charges extended far beyond Mia's death. Authorities linked him to an astonishing number of other homicides. 14 lives claimed within a 14-month window. Think about that. 14 separate individuals, all allegedly connected to one man. This wasn't random individual acts. This was a pattern of extreme violence across Birmingham.
Okay, this is story time about how I got shot over there. So I was talking to this boy. We was talking for like a couple months over there. So he used to always be in my car, like ride around in my car. We used to always be together, riding around, stuff like that. So, this day, he told me to follow this dude so he can buy some pills. So we followed the dude so he could buy the pills, so we get done buying the pills. It's me, him, and his homeboy in the car. So soon as we like get to the red light, we was at the red light, like all we had to do was just turn around and boom, you at the red light from where we was. So we get to the red light. He trying to put the location in my phone so we can go to where we was finna go. So it was shooting, but I didn't think that they was like shooting like at us, because while they were shooting, they were driving up. So when they were far back, it just sounded like it was somewhere else. So when the bullets started coming through the car, that's when when the bullets started coming through the car, I hit the gas, but one of the bullets hit me. It went from the back of my head, through my ear, and across my face. So that, like, I heard a loud pop, and then, like, you know, the ringing that you hear in your ear, that's what I heard. Like, my ear just started ringing real loud, and I just blacked out. So once I blacked out, I crashed into a tree. So when I hit the tree, I went like this, like that's what woke, like, kind of let me come back to conscious. So I woke up, and instantly I just opened the door, and then his homeboy that was in the back seat, he jumped out, and I got out, but I instantly fell to the ground. And he was like, "Mia, get up," and I couldn't get up. Like, I don't know how long I was on the ground. Like, I just was unconscious. So that's when I just hop up. So when I hop up, I open the back door, and I laid in the back seat for like 2 seconds, but then I remembered that he was in my front seat. So I jump up, and I'm looking for my phone. I'm just looking for my phone. So I find his phone, and I'm screaming his name. I'm like, I can't say his name, but you know, like, I'm just screaming his name. I'm like, "What's your password? What's your password? I gotta call the police." I'm like, "What's your password? What's your password?" Once, like, I kept calling him, and I was trying to, like, just make sure that we all was okay. So, like, that's when I'm just screaming his name. I knew, like, once he wasn't answering me, he was gone. So, like, the people from across the street, it was a store across the street, like, the people from across the street, they come over. So I'm screaming our names. I'm just trying to let them know who he was. I'm just screaming our names. I'm like, "Please just call my mama. Please, like, just call him." And
McDaniel faced charges from the September 2024 mass shooting at the Hush nightclub, where 4 people died. He was also accused in the murders of Deontrant Tiny Brown and Jamarcus McIntyre, also in September 2024. Further investigation tied him to the July 2023 shooting death of firefighter Jordan Melton and the injury of Sergeant Jamal Jones, an alleged act of retaliation. And in April 2024, he was charged alongside Charles Nance in the contract killing of UPS driver Anthony Love Jr. Mia Nixon's death in January 2024 tragically fit within this devastating sequence, yet her case carried a distinct, chilling label, murder for hire. This meant Mia's alleged killing was not merely an act by McDaniel but one purportedly ordered by someone else. If Damian McDaniel was indeed the alleged shooter, it confirmed an unseen party, someone who desired Mia gone enough to arrange her death. This classification deepened the central mystery. Who hired him to kill Mia, and for what conceivable reason was this young woman the target of such a cold, planned attack?
In Birmingham, Alabama, 22-year-old Damian McDaniel, who was already charged in the deaths of 11 people, including 4 killed in a mass shooting, has now been charged with 3 more homicides. Here's a timeline of the murder and assault cases McDaniel is facing. On October 9th of 2019, Damian McDaniel is arrested and charged with 2 counts of attempted murder involving him allegedly shooting into an occupied car. He was 17 years old at the time. On April 26th of 2023, McDaniel pleads guilty to 2 counts of attempted murder. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison, 13 of which were suspended. McDaniel was given a 2-year jail sentence, which he had already served due to the 776-day jail credit he received while waiting for trial. On July 12th of 2023, firefighters Jordan Melton and Jamal Jones were gunned down in front of Station 9 in Norwood. Melton died on July 17th, while Jones survived. On January 10th of 2024, Mia Nixon was found shot to death in her driveway. April 9th of 2024, Anthony Love Jr. was killed while clocking out for the day from his job at UPS. Police believe that his death was a result of a murder-for-hire plot. On July 13th of 2024, 4 people were killed and 10 others injured in a shooting at Trendsetters Lounge. The victims who died in the shooting were Stevie McGee, Angela Witherspoon, Markeisha Gettings, and Ladarius Anderson. Hatarius Woods is also charged in the case. On August 13th of 2024, Charlie Herbert Moore is shot dead in his home. On September 19th of 2024, Trinae Brown was killed in a shooting at the 604 Bar and Lounge on 9th Street North. On September 21st of 2024, 4 people were killed and 17 others injured in a drive-by shooting at Hush Lounge in the 5 Points South. The victims were Antira Holoman, Taj Booker, Carlos McCain, and Roderick Lynn Patterson. On September 22nd of 2024, Jamarcus McIntyre was killed in a shooting in the Southeast Lake community. 2 others were injured. On October 16th of 2024, McDaniel is arrested and charged in the 5 Points South mass shooting. Police announced that he is also charged in the McIntyre and Brown cases. In the McIntyre case, he is charged alongside DeMarco Beck, Naquan Lawler, and Larry Rollins. On November 27th of 2024, McDaniel is charged in Moore's death. Hatarius Woods is also charged in the case. On December 12th of 2024, McDaniel is admitted to the Kilby Correctional Facility, where his probation on the attempted murder charges is revoked and he is forced to serve the full 15-year sentence he had been originally ordered to serve. And on February 25th of this year, the Birmingham Police Department announced that McDaniel had been charged with capital murder and the death of firefighter Jordan Melton. All of those people killed by one man who, had he served even 2 years of his 15-year sentence received on April 26th of 2023, he would still be alive. Birmingham reported 159 homicides in 2024, a record-breaking number, and 151 in 2023. Those numbers would be 14 fewer if not for this man. Getting him off the streets definitely makes the city safer, but they had him in jail and let him go after serving only 14% of his sentence. McDaniel is charged with 14 murders in Birmingham and is accused of injuring at least 29 more people.
Among the many dark details surfacing, one specific classification for Mia Nixon's death stands out: murder for hire. This label introduces a profound layer of unanswered questions, pushing the narrative beyond a simple act of violence. this classification implies law enforcement believes someone allegedly commissioned Damian McDaniel to take Mia's life. It shifts the blame, suggesting her death was not impulsive but a cold, calculated transaction. The person who allegedly ordered this killing remains a hidden force, pulling strings from the background. Despite identifying an alleged perpetrator and the method, the central, consuming question persists without public disclosure. Why Mia Nixon? What specific reason compelled another individual to seek her end? For a young woman building a cosmetology career, the absence of a clear motive is perplexing. This void where the motive should be adds considerable weight to the already tragic circumstances. For her family, community, and investigators, the lack of a public why for Mia's targeting remains a constant presence. It leaves a vital piece of the puzzle concealed, fueling speculation and leaving the ultimate purpose behind her tragic end unknown. Understanding the full scope of a criminal footprint often requires examining the individual at its center. For Damian McDaniel, the man accused in Mia Nixon's death and 13 other homicides, his history with the justice system extends back years. His capture in October 2024, initially for probation violations, quickly connected to a prior conviction. In 2023, McDaniel had pleaded guilty to 2 counts of attempted murder, receiving a 15-year sentence that included a period of probation. That probation was later revoked, leading to his transfer to the Alabama Department of Corrections in December 2024. Currently, McDaniel remains held without bond at Kilby Correctional Facility. He faces charges for each of the 14 deaths, including intentional murder in Mia Nixon's case. Given the gravity of these accusations, the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office has stated their intent to seek the death penalty. It's crucial to remember, as his attorney has stated, that McDaniel maintains his innocence in all these matters and holds the presumption of innocence until proven otherwise. Some background details offer a context to his alleged path. His father also has a criminal record, serving federal time. McDaniel himself faced charges related to a 2019 shooting incident at Fairfield High School, years before his 2023 attempted murder conviction. This alleged string of prior encounters paints a concerning picture preceding the current accusations. As Damian McDaniel awaits trial for these extensive charges, the core questions around Mia Nixon's death persist, with an alleged perpetrator identified, tied to a contract killing. Who truly desired Mia gone? And what ultimate motive drove such a calculated act against a young woman with her life before her? The upcoming legal proceedings hold significant weight, but the complete answers to these deeper inquiries remain. When a criminal footprint stretches across 14 alleged homicides in little over a year, its impact extends far beyond individual households. Such extensive violence leaves deep imprints on an entire city, altering its sense of security. Birmingham has felt this profoundly. Mayor Randall Woodfin commended the work of the police department and their partners. He highlighted the distress these crimes brought upon the city, recognizing their broad effects on numerous lives. The Birmingham Police Department maintains a firm dedication to securing justice for all victims and their families. While the scale of accusations against McDaniel represents a significant step, every lost life carries ongoing sorrow and an urgent demand for accountability. For Mia Nixon's family, friends, and the greater Birmingham population, the grief is immense. A determined pursuit of justice for Mia specifically continues. Those closest to her hold a strong conviction that she was intentionally targeted. The community's collective pain is undeniable, a shared weight as they navigate this widespread alleged violence and await the legal system's full resolution. This perspective shifts focus to the collective human toll, the people living through these facts. It emphasizes a united desire for healing and for all responsible parties to be held to account, and in Mia's case, the community's enduring question remains: who sought her removal, and what motive could possibly justify such a deliberate act? A single, violent act typically stands alone, but in Birmingham, a deeper, disturbing reality surfaced. Mia Nixon's tragic end proved no isolated event. Instead, it became a crucial point within a vast, alleged web of crimes, with Damian McDaniel emerging as a central, connecting figure. His alleged responsibility for 14 homicides reveals a pervasive pattern linking seemingly disparate acts, from multiple casualties to individuals specifically targeted. Authorities continue their relentless efforts to uncover deeper networks and any underlying motives that might connect these devastating events. Even with charges against Damian McDaniel, the most profound questions surrounding Mia Nixon's death endure without public resolution. If her killing was a contract act, who precisely sought Mia Nixon's removal, going to the alleged extent of arranging her death? And what possible reason existed for a young woman, building a life in cosmetology, to become the focus of such a cold, calculated plan? These are the compelling uncertainties defining Mia's case, highlighting complex layers beneath the known facts. As you reflect on this story, consider if you noticed any subtle indicators pointing to hidden influences. The complete narrative, especially the full truth of who wanted Mia Nixon gone and their ultimate reason, remains a critical piece of the puzzle. The journey for accountability is often lengthy, leaving its own trail. For the present, Damian McDaniel remains confined, awaiting trial for the extensive charges against him, including the death of Mia Nixon. The legal framework is now engaged, a methodical path designed to ultimately determine responsibility through presented evidence. Mia Nixon's story serves as a poignant reminder of life's fragility, how swiftly a bright future can be extinguished by unseen violence. Her aspirations in cosmetology, her cherished role among loved ones, ended without warning. The quest for complete understanding, for the judicial system to reveal who ordered her killing and its underlying motive, continues to weigh heavily on her family and the community preserving her memory. From narratives like Mia's, we consistently seek meaning, lessons to carry forward. This specific case highlights that even with an alleged perpetrator named, the absolute truth behind a violent act might remain elusive, leaving fundamental questions unaddressed. It underscores the intricate work involved in pursuing justice and the profound, enduring impact crime leaves on people and places. On True Crime Footprint, our purpose in presenting these narratives is to illuminate events, to honor those affected, and to encourage thoughtful consideration of criminal justice's complex nature. Mia Nixon's story, intertwined with such a wide alleged criminal footprint, leaves us with many unresolved questions and unsettling details. What are your own insights as you consider the layers of this case? We value your perspective on this complex narrative. Do the unanswered questions about motive or the alleged involvement of others prompt you to seek more clarity? Share your thoughts below. Let's discuss. If this exploration has deepened your understanding of these events, please consider giving this video a like. Your engagement helps ensure more people trace these important stories. Our hearts ache for Mia Nixon's family. Words feel inadequate, but please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in memories of Mia. Thank you for watching. If you crave to see more stories like this, where ordinary lives are shattered by extraordinary events, kindly like and subscribe this channel now. Turn on the notification bell, so that you be the first to know when we drop our next video. More answers waiting to be discovered. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.